everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We're throwing it back to 2002 for you guys. We had so many of these cars about 10 years ago. If you guys are familiar, I would assume a lot of you are probably not, with the GMMG cars that were sent, converted into the beast that these are. They did Camaros, ZL1 Camaros, they did Dick Harrells, and they did Trans Ams as well. So only 10 Trans Ams were done in the Blackbird edition, and that's what this is. This is a collector's edition Trans Am with the Phase 5 motor, giving you 680 horsepower. That is the Phase 5 motor. The only Trans Am Blackbird to have that motor in it. And from all the GMMG cars, only 10 total cars, and that's including the ZL1s and the Dick Harrell Camaros, had the Phase 5 engine under the hood. So convertible, 680 horsepower, naturally aspirated, no supercharger in here. You'll see the motor when we pop the hood for you guys. The sound on these cars are incredible. Reminds me a lot of the Super Snake whole shot cars, but even those cars are supercharged, where here you have the naturally aspirated block that just takes up the whole engine bay. They sound incredible. Only 1,000 miles on this car, still on MSO, bunch of paperwork, incredibly clean. You're looking now at 21, 22 years old, and the car is in magnificent condition, and we're excited to walk you guys through the total spec on this 2002 Collector's Edition Trans Am Blackbird that was done by GMMG. This ultra rare Trans Am supercar convertible is number 7 out of a limited production of just 10 2002 GMMG Blackbird Collector Edition Trans Am. This supercar has a little over 1,000 miles, and this is the only car in this edition that is equipped with the most desirable and highest horsepower engine offered for this edition. The Phase 5 package, which is an all-aluminum 455 cubic inch engine, boasts an incredible 680 horsepower and 650 pounds of torque. And when you think back in 2002, to have this kind of horsepower and torque is incredible. I know we hear a lot of cars in the modern day having this horsepower, maybe even a little bit more, most of which are supercharged. But to have this 20 years ago really is ahead of its time. This powerhouse is backed by a 6-speed manual transmission, a 1,000 horsepower Textorilla clutch, and a strange 12-bolt rear end with 430 gears. And this thing is just incredible to drive. The power behind it, it's just absolutely nuts. This is the only Trans Am in the edition with this high-performance drivetrain combination. The Collector Edition is the most limited of all the GMMG editions, with only 10 total supercars in the edition. And that's saying a lot, because the ZL1s, there were only 69 cars that were built, and the Dick Harrells were somewhere in the 30s. So both of the Camaros were extremely rare, but when you are talking about the Trans Am and the Blackbirds, it is the rarest with only 10. This Trans Am is the most highly optioned and certainly the most collectible out of the entire edition. Some would even call it the modern day holy grail for Pontiacs. This extremely rare Pontiac Trans Am supercar convertible is factory collector edition yellow with a black convertible top, black leather interior, logo headrests, and the special collector edition stripe package and badging. Manufactured by Pontiac as a highly optioned factory collector edition convertible with an MSRP window sticker of $39,150. The primary GMMG window sticker for the collector edition was $9,930. All of the standard options that are specific for this limited edition. The second GMMG window sticker was $40,720, which included the additional options for this Trans Am convertible, including options that are unique only to this car and no others in this edition. The total list price for this supercar was just under $90,000 at $89,800. The following is a list of the options with their pricing. So to think back, like I said, 22, 21 years ago, to have a car at $90,000 was definitely rare, something that you did not come across too often. So the base Trans Am package price was $39,150. The Performance Edition package, $9,930. The Phase 5 455 cubic inch engine with the 680 horsepower and 650 pounds of torque upgrade was a little bit over $30,000 alone just for that motor. The 12-bolt Strange rear end with the drive shaft and 430 gears was $3,750. You have Corvette brakes both on the front and the rear. That was a conversion that was just under $2,000. You have the Hurst line lock at $395. Subframe connectors at $495. The Textorilla clutch with the flywheel and pressure plate, $1,295. The GM 1LE adjustable shocks, $1,295. Adjustable torque arms, $495, getting you to that final price of $89,800. But even back then, just like now, these cars were selling well over sticker. At that time, you cannot really get one of these GMMG cars, especially the real limited and super rare cars, for sticker price. So this is definitely a holy grail car when it comes to Pontiacs that are no longer, as we know, being produced. Pontiacs kind of ceased production back in the 2000s. So to get something that can no longer be made, couple that with the rarity of the car and the high horsepower, being the only one with this motor in it, you are checking every box, along with the mileage and the fact that the car is still on MSO. So that's a wrap on the 2002 Collector's Edition Trans Am. Definitely a great addition to any Pontiac and Trans Am collection that's out there. Please be on the lookout. Leave us a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.